Yeah, you better. Cause you want this, I want this. Everybody in this, what should have it? Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them. Yeah, you better. Take the time to recognize it. You won't leave me even if you tried it. You're the artist, I'm the mess, and happily be found the you in your hands.
Hey. Okay, let's try this time. Welcome to another episode of Elisabeth Unlimited. All right. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if I have no echo. I was having some technical difficulties earlier. What up, though? Yes. I think I got it together. I hope I got it together. Please let me know in the chat if I'm not echoing. I hope I'm not echoing. Okay. Well, I don't think I am. So I'm going to get started. Let's get back to it. Okay. Let's get back to it. Guys, today we are talking about meditation. Okay. Meditation. And you know what? I want to talk about this because I'm so passionate about it, because it changed my entire life. It changed my entire life. So this video and this podcast is for anyone that wants to deepen their meditation practice or understand the science behind it and how to create nervous system shifts by meditating in general, right? Okay. So, guys, like I said, this changed my entire existence. Okay. Changed my entire existence. I sound clear. Thank goodness. Jeez, man. Jeez, oh, peace. So as most of you all know, I have gone through a debacle and I have had massive amounts of stress. I mean, they say that moving and divorce are the most top two stressors of life. Okay. Moving and divorce. And guess what I've done in the past 2 months? I have moved 3 times and I have in the process of getting divorced. Okay. So my stress levels have shot through the motherforking roof. Okay. The motherforking roof. So I really needed to hone my meditation practice, which I changed it. I changed it because I needed to deepen the practice. Right. And then I studied it a little bit deeper. And I found out some very, very interesting things about meditation. First, what I found out about it is the difference between introspective meditation and extrospective meditation. Okay. So, are you more of an introspective person or are you more of an extrospective person? What does that even mean? Well, are you more of a person that's, focusing on inner stuff, right? Maybe you are too introspective. So you're over analyzing, you're ruminating, you're thinking about things all the time. You can't get the stuff out of your mind. You're just always in your head. That would mean you're probably a little too introspective. Extrospective is when you might suppress your inner feelings or you're scared of your inner world, you're afraid of your emotions, and you're focused more on the external world. Why is this important in meditation? Because there's 2 types of it. Introspective, extrospective, and they serve 2 different purposes. Okay, 2 different purposes. So introspective meditation really turns attention inward, skin in, right? Skin in. So that's breath, your thoughts, your emotions, everything that's going on inside mindfulness, inside your body, skin in, right? Extrospective is when you turn your attention outward. So you're listening deeply to sounds and nature, visuals, and you're basically sensory grounding yourself, okay? Sensory grounding yourself. Now, these 2 different types of meditation are incredibly powerful for incredibly different reasons, okay? If you are more of a introspective person, then try extrospective meditation, because what you're doing is you're wiring and firing your brain in different ways. So for instance, your neural connections as you sit and you meditate are strengthening. So whichever one is harder for you to do, I would suggest doing more of it, because every bit of resistance, every bit of distraction that you bring yourself back to, focus. I mean, you are wiring and strengthening those neural connections. So the more that you practice against the resistance, the more strengthened those neural connections get, right? So if you're a person that ruminates all the time, which is, kind of me in my situation. I mean, a whole divorce, it's hard. And you're always in your head, always thinking, okay, this, that. That's why my walking meditations have been so incredibly powerful lately, because now I'm able to get out of my head, focus on nature, focus on things externally, which brings my mind out of ruminating, right? Brings my mind out of ruminating. And, you want to kind of do both types of meditation because you want to integrate both hemispheres of the brain for full sensory intelligence. Okay. Full sensory intelligence. So when you're doing both of these things, you're activating completely different parts of your brain, completely different parts of your brain. And did you know that visualization, right? As soon as you close your eyes, I think it's either 40 or 60. It's either 40% or 60% of your brain now moves into something different because you close your eyes now. Just by closing your eyes, because your visual processing in your brain takes so much percentage of your brain processing power. So as soon as you close your eyes, the attention energy goes into different parts of your brain. So they found, studies in science that meditation reduces the default mode network. Okay, I talked about that the other day. The default mode network is linked to overthinking, ego-based identity thoughts, ruminating. You can't, you're just off. You're getting pulled this way, that way. You can't focus. Okay, default mode network. So meditation reduces the default mode network, the automatic responses, and helps you to focus, right? It helps you to get more present. And extrospective practices increase sensory processing networks that help you ground into right now, right? Right now, present moment, because that is the only moment that ever really truly exists. So if you notice during an extrospective meditation, you're going to feel yourself. You're going to slip into gratitude feeling, because it's almost impossible to be fully present and not be grateful, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Fully present gratitude, right? So I had a daily download today, which I put on my Instagram stories, daily downloads when I go into meditation or just messages that come to me, right? And the message that came to me today was telling everybody to get out in nature. Okay. Get out in nature, spend 5 minutes there, but get so fully present. Okay. So fully present. I'm not saying think about things. I'm saying get present into the now. That means looking around, hearing the sounds, feeling the sun on your skin. How does the ground feel on your feet, right? And what I noticed about all the attention that I was paying today, presently outside, is that I was noticing so much more beauty everywhere. I could take in so much more. Think about it. So let's picture our brain as a cup, right? As a cup. Now, if our brain is full of thoughts and full of stimulus, full of the next thing we got to do that thing, and we got to go back and do that thing. If your brain is full of that, then you're not going to be able to consciously take in all of the things around you, okay? All of the things around you. So when you dump that out, right? And now you have an empty cup. Now, when you enter the present moment, you can fill that empty cup with everything around you. And whoa, you can literally see and hear and feel so much more. It was like I was seeing every single blade of grass alone by itself. It's really incredible to get so present, and not enough of us do this. So that's why I challenge people. That's why I challenge people today to spend 5 minutes outside in nature and get so fully present that you can take in so much beauty around you, gratitude. So guys, a Harvard study found that 8 weeks of meditation increases gray matter inside of the brain, in the hippocampus. Okay. The hippocampus is responsible for memory, emotional regulation, kind of important. Okay. And they notice also that it decreased volume in the amygdala, which is responsible for fear, anxiety. That's your fear center of your brain. So think about this. If you're meditating, right, and you're lowering your fear response, then that means not as much blood is being pumped into that area, into your fear area of your brain. That means that those neural connections kind of get torn apart, and boom, now your focus, control, and the neural connections in your hippocampus are starting to wire and fire together. So that decreases your fear response and puts you more into the present moment, more into emotional regulation. And now you can breathe again, right? So meditation is incredibly powerful. Guys, that's just 8 weeks. 8 weeks. You can change the structure of your brain by this. 8 weeks. That's 2 months of your life, guys. And your brain matter changes. And think about it. Think about it. Now, okay, they've had studies with children that grow up in heavy amounts of trauma. Their amygdalas are oversized, okay, because all the blood going to that area. Now the neural connections to there are so incredibly strong. That's why a lot of us on this live, on that live, on all the lives that follow my content, we uprooted our trauma to the beginning of our lives so we could ascend and teach, right? That's like what old souls do. So, I mean, my fear response throughout my whole life was like that because of all the trauma that I experienced when I was little. So yes, I had an overactive amygdala, probably bigger. And so for me to rewire this, guys, rewire this, it took time, energy, and intention. But I did it. I did it because honestly, I don't really have that deep of a fear response. And if I go there, I can snap myself out of it very quickly. And I think it's because of all of these practices, right? Definitely has to do with meditation. So, how meditation rewires your brain? Well, it creates neuroplasticity, and everybody knows what that means nowadays. It's where your brain physically changes based on what you focus on, right? So your brain is plastic. It's always moving, growing. I remember back in the day when I was growing up, it was like, this is your brain on drugs. And they would take like a pan and then they beat an egg down and stuff. And then they'd show like a brain with all these holes in it. Like, this is your brain for the rest of your life. Because remember, neuroplasticity, guys, is something new. Okay. It's something like within the past 15 years that people have discovered. So back in the day, they were like, yo, if you do anything bad, you're going to be stuck with a broken brain your whole life. And thank God that that's not the case, because literally, guys, I mean, I would have not been who I am today. All right. I mean, I was like in a whole drug thingy when I was in my teens, and I couldn't even speak. Like, my language, I couldn't even finish sentences. Okay. It was not cool. So thank God for neuroplasticity. Okay. Because it's incredible. It's incredible. I am a walking, talking, breathing example of neuroplasticity, guys. Seriously. Seriously. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Okay. So meditation is shown to strengthen the prefrontal cortex, okay? And that's your logic, thinking, not emotional brain, but you can control the emotions with your prefrontal cortex, okay? This weakens your reactive emotional loop stored in the limbic system. The limbic system is your reaction system, right? It's like cerebellum. I say when your lid flips, right? It's one of those. When your lid flips back, oh, you acting out of hindbrain. Hindbrain, that's your limbic system. So in meditation, this helps you shift your baseline state from anxiety to calm. Anxiety to calm. Like I said, calms down the limbic system. So it helps you to build new emotional habits. And then it also increases dopamine, serotonin, and GABA. GABA is the feel-good neurotransmitter, okay? So just by a little practice of 10 minutes a day, all of these things are happening within you, okay? All of these things are happening within you. They have found that long-term meditators have stronger white matter connectivity between emotional centers and logic centers in the brain. And this is responsible for emotional resilience. Okay. This is emotional resilience that's literally built into your wiring. It's incredible, incredible. So, guys, there is different ways to meditate. Like I said, I mean, there's extrospective, introspective meditation, right? And within meditating, there's so many different ways to do it. And as I was first starting to meditate, it was almost scary for me because I was like, I just sat in the corner and I was like, okay. I was like, I can't stop thinking about things. Like, am I supposed to be thinking about this much stuff? I was always questioning. Am I doing this right? You know? And it's like, guys, I don't really feel like there's a wrong way to meditate, although you can actually spark and stress yourself out if you're doing a meditation practice that's not good for you. So for instance, as I first started, like I was saying, I was sitting there like, am I doing this right? This is kind of stressful. Like, I don't, that really wasn't very good for me because honestly, people that have tons of trauma in their life, it's traumatic to close your eyes. Okay. So as I was getting into my healing journey and I didn't know much about stuff, I was trying to get better, trying to heal, and I was meditating. So closing my eyes actually stressed me out. It stressed me out because of the trauma that I've endured in my life. Closing my eyes is a threat. It's like, because I always have to see what's going on around me, right? This has changed now. But back when I first started doing this, you know, it wasn't good for me. It made me a little nervous, a little anxious. And then I was just upset at myself because I couldn't shut my thoughts off. Okay. So there are different types of meditation, and a meditation practice, if it stresses you out, is not for you, because anything that brings stress into your life is not going to benefit you whatsoever. It's only going to shift your nervous system from parasympathetic into sympathetic. And then now you got cortisol, adrenaline, now inflammation. Okay. So if your meditation practice stresses you out, just do something different until you can learn how to implement the way that you want to meditate into your practice, which is what I've done. Okay. Because like I said, I couldn't just sit there and close my eyes and meditate when I first started this. So there's different ways. There's different ways to do it. There is a visualization meditation. Now, this is one of my favorite things to do. Really, guys, it's just daydreaming. Okay. We were always taught as kids, you know, and through our lives, stop daydreaming, come back. Hello. You know, they try to steal our creativity as kids because daydreaming is what creates our reality. Daydreaming is visualization meditation. I mean, you're using imagery, right? Healing light, your future self, peaceful scenes. This rewires belief and your self-image over time. This specific meditation, visualization meditation, has brought me so much abundance in my life because every event and thing that I've experienced, I have lived already within my visualization, right? It might not be exactly to the T how I thought it was going to happen, but it happens. It happens. I mean, I manifested all that I've done in the past 5 years. I mean, we threw a huge event, the Conscious Awards, massive event, you know, massive, both of them, huge events. And on stage at the Conscious Awards, it just felt like normal to me. It felt like normal. It wasn't exciting. You know, I was happy to be there, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this is awesome. Oh my God. It wasn't like that because I had already experienced this many times in my visualization meditation. Now, this is a great way to be able to manifest your reality. Okay. This is how I manifest, through visualization meditation, but it's not only visualizing what you want. It's living that experience all throughout your body. That means emotional, sensory. Okay. So when I'm in my visualization meditations, I'm smelling things. I'm feeling things. I'm looking at what I might eat there. You know, I'm getting so detailed in my sensory experience inside of my visualization that I can literally, like, it's like I'm living it. And along with that, I put deep emotion into it. And the more emotion that you can put into your visualization, the more your energetic field grows and the louder you shout that message into the universe for it to return back to you. Real stuff. I live this. I live this. Okay. I live this. This is probably my favorite type of meditation because of what I've been able to create from it. Okay. What I've been able to create from it. Very, very, very powerful. Then everybody knows about mindfulness meditation, where you're focusing on your breath, your body, present moment awareness. Okay. This is amazing for anxiety and grounding your soul, your body. You're focused on your breath and body. So this is one where I will do like a body scan. I will, stop at a place where I might feel heavy. I might breathe into that area, breathe light or love into the area. I might just see how the ground holds me. Okay. It's just getting so deep into the present moment. Mindfulness. And this actually helps you to enter the present moment like every day, all day, instead of coming to the present moment with all these judgments and fears and thoughts and all these different things that you're coming to the present moment, all this trash where you really don't need to bring it to. Because each moment, guys, is a brand new moment to create your reality. So if you can come to each moment without judgment, I mean, that's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. So mindfulness meditation, guys. There is also, this is one I've been doing lately, loving kindness meditation. And it's kind of where you conjure up the love feelings, right? Love feelings within yourself and love feelings that you can send others. And what this meditation has done for me is it increased my compassion, my connection, and then scientifically, guys, it increases serotonin. Okay. It increases serotonin. So it's going to help you to feel better, to feel more connected and happy. Okay. And like I said, I've been doing this a lot lately because I have been sending love where I feel pain. Okay. I have been really trying to practice this, taking the punches that I've been getting. Okay. Dealing with this crazy situation I'm in and transmuting that feeling of negativity that gets hit in my body, transmuting that feeling, holding it, understanding it, but then letting it go. Okay. Letting it go and then trying to transmute it into a love feeling. Okay. This not only is great for compassion and serotonin and all these different things, it's amazing for forgiveness. Forgiveness, guys. And forgiveness is necessary so you don't hold on to resentment. So you're not holding on to resentment because resentment will make you sick. Okay. So if you guys are having trouble forgiving people, well, transmute that pain within this type of meditation. Find the gift in the anger because there's always a gift somewhere, anywhere for you to grab out of a situation. There's always something to learn from, always, even if it feels bad. Another type, breathwork. I love breathwork, guys. I love breathwork. A breathwork based meditation is when you're, only focusing on breath, and you can do like a box breathing exercise, Wim Hof. I did the Wim Hof method today outside. I was meditating right by the pool, and I did the Wim Hof method, and it was incredibly powerful. It's so, we get so scared, like when we do breath work, at least I did. I mean, a lot of people are probably very similar to me. It's a little bit scary because your body's not used to it. So as I was doing the breath work, I'm like, my face is turning numb. I'm like, this feels weird. It feels like I'm going to like stroke out or something. It doesn't feel good. But yet afterwards, after I finished the breath work, I just felt so present, so empowered, so full of energy. It was incredible. So I really encourage people to look into doing some sort of breath work. I mean, even with breath work, I mean, you can get, DMT releases, you can Kundalini awakenings, all this crazy stuff with breath work because it's so powerful. It is so powerful. So guys, there are some like millions on YouTube at this point. put a breathwork meditation on. Just try it. Yo, we were at 40 Years of Zen, Dave Asprey's retreat program, which is like a neuro rewiring thing. It was amazing, amazing. And we were doing breath work there called the huff and puff. And it was like, right? Huff and puff. Yo, we were all, it was so hard. It was so hard. I think we were doing it for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes. But do you know that during that experience, I feel like my body gained more resilience. My body gained more awareness. And it was like I was almost connected to the place that I go when I do mindfulness meditation and I go to the space place. Okay. That's the place of the oneness where you're just surrounded by everything and you become everything pretty much. It was like I was tailored to that place as I was doing this breath work. So I'm saying, you guys, it's very powerful. Breath work is an incredibly powerful experience that anyone can have. Anyone. Because guess what, guys? Guess what? The only thing that's free in this life, it's not even water, but it's breath. It's breath. The only free thing on this planet is freaking breath. Let's take advantage of it, guys. Let's take advantage of our breath, okay? All right, last type of meditation that I personally know of is a walking or nature meditation, another one of my favorites. This is the extrospective meditation. This is a great meditation to do if you're a ruminator, okay? If you're a person that has experienced a ton of physical trauma and it's hard for you to close your eyes. You get scared when you close your eyes, okay? Walking meditations, nature meditations are so good for that. Okay. So good for that. And, this is really great for those with ADHD. Maybe you have trouble sitting still and you can't just sit. When I first started the practice, it was so hard for me to just sit still. It's like your body, when you're in such a stress state, it's like your body just wants you to keep on going and going and going because you're in fight or flight. Right? So you have the adrenaline, you got the cortisol. So now you just want to go. And so in nature, walking is amazing for this. You're really bringing awareness to your surroundings, to your footsteps, to the sounds. I mean, I do this every single morning, guys, every single morning. And then in between my walking meditation, I might do some visualization. Right? I might go back into nature and then, get so present. And literally the amount of beauty that you can take in and that you see and process consciously when you're so present doing a walking meditation is incredible. It's incredible. And I will say from experience, period, that my gratitude levels have gone up significantly from this. And I know it's this because I consciously, as I'm doing my walking meditation, I'm thanking the trees. I'm thanking the leaves. I'm thanking the flowers. I'm thanking the street for holding me. I'm thanking everything around me because golly, we live in a beautiful world. Wow. I mean, take a moment to be surprised by the beautiful tree that's sitting in front of you, become childlike again. This creates happiness, guys. It brings up gratitude. Okay. Ever since I started doing my walking meditations, I swear I'm so grateful. Like I walk around my house and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I love my life. I'm so grateful. And I really attribute this to my walking meditations as I'm sitting there in gratitude, looking at the beauty everywhere because golly, there's so much beauty in this world. There's so much beauty in this world. The only problem that we have is we're always paying attention to the negativity. We're paying attention to all the ugly things, all the things that are bad. And that's wiring our neural connections stronger into that negative thought pattern instead of taking the time just to thank everything around you. Even in your house, guys, even when you wake up, thank you for waking me up. Thank you for this running water. Thank you for this toothbrush. Thank you for this coffee. Gratitude, guys, gratitude. It changes your life. It changes your life. And it actually activates. So what's happening physiologically within your body is that you're activating your prefrontal cortex. You're slowing down and lowering that limbic system, your amygdala. And now you're wiring for more of that thoughts. And guys, guess what's right here? What do we call this? What do we call this? Our third eye, right? We call this our third eye. Now, as I was researching and looking into the third eye and the pineal gland, what I discovered was something very interesting. So my opinion on the two is a little bit probably different than what I might have taught before, because now I do not think that your pineal gland is your third eye. I think that your third eye is your prefrontal cortex. Why do I think that? Because if you are active here, okay, if you stay here and you're not in reactionary brain, okay, you stay here. Intuition, okay, logic, planning, presence, emotional empathy is here. It's here. Prefrontal cortex. So as you meditate and you're doing the mindfulness meditation, right? You're focusing on your third eye. Now, your pineal gland sits like an inch above your mouth, like the roof of your mouth, like in here. You know, it's like in the center of your head, basically. But your third eye, they always point to here, don't they? And that is sitting prefrontal cortex. So as you're meditating, guys, you're pushing blood flow into this area, into your prefrontal cortex. You're growing those neural connections. You are activating that part of your brain, which is your logic brain, your empathetic brain. Okay. So I really think, I think that your third eye is your prefrontal cortex, and your pineal gland is responsible for grand and amazing things like releasing DMT when you meditate. But we're going to talk about that in a second. So, guys, I want to let you know that meditation teaches your brain to pause before reacting. Okay? Like I said, blood flow to the prefrontal cortex. So now you have that space between stimulus and response, right? Stephen Covey's. I love his book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Everybody needs to read that book. But he talks about the space between stimulus and response, right? You need that space so you can have a thought about an intention of your action instead of just reacting to whatever stimulus it is without conscious thought. If you're just literally reacting to every stimulus, then you're a walking zombie. You're not living a conscious life. You're not living an intentional life because you're just reacting to your outer world, right? So meditation helps you create that space between stimulus and response for a conscious thought in there. Okay. It also helps in looping past trauma loops, that get your mind just keeping on and keeping on and keeping on and keeping on these negative thought patterns. It lowers that, guys. It lowers that because you learn to work from your prefrontal cortex instead of your reactionary minds, right? You're enhancing that part of your brain. So you're moving from unconscious creation into conscious, intentional creation. Okay? Conscious, intentional creation. That's what we all want. That's what we all want, because we all want to manifest our best lives, right? Am I right? I think I'm right. So important to have that intentional act between the stimulus so you can have intentional action that aligns with what you really want instead of reacting to something, looking back at it like, wow, what did I just do? And literally, guys, a couple minutes losing consciousness, reacting to something can ruin your life. Okay. It can ruin your life. And I've seen it happen. All right, let's get back to the third eye, you guys. I was talking about the third eye and the pineal glands. Okay. So why do I think the prefrontal cortex is the third eye? Guys, it is literally you're overriding your survival habits. Okay. You're overriding your survival habits. You get deeper intuition. Ever since I started my meditation practice, and honestly, I've always been meditating my life, right? I've probably been meditating for 15 years. But like I said, I started with that nervous meditation. It really wasn't, the best practice for me. And it has gotten better and better and better as my life has moved on. But April 10th, when my life completely changed and everything flipped on its ass, I realized that I really needed to implement something into my life that was going to help me de-stress. Okay. Going to help me de-stress because I was just way stressed out and I was not going to wire those negative patterns because I was in a bad situation. Okay. So I implemented all of these different meditation techniques into my life immediately, because I am a person that likes to control my reality. Okay. I like to manifest my best life and stay divine and in my divine energy so I can serve the world how I'm supposed to serve the world consciously, right? So I implemented all of this stuff, guys, and I have noticed my life. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a brag for a second, okay? I mean, I have built a brand new business, launched a brand new podcast, launched a freaking Healing Circles tour, already did a Healing Circles tour. I mean, I'm launching a retreat. I'm launching my mentoring programs all within 2 months after my whole life went like this on its ass. And I thought, my future was its future. And then all of a sudden, boom, no, it's not. No, it's not. And now you don't have anybody. And now you don't have anything. So you have to build from zero. Okay. And I did it. I've done it. I'm sitting here today, when April 10th, my life blew up. I'm sitting here today talking to you guys, teaching about meditation. Do you guys think that I would be able to sit here today and talk about these things and teach about these things if I was not stabilized mentally? Okay. I mean, meditation has saved me through this process. Because why? I committed to it. I stuck with it. And I controlled that this is what I'm going to, this is my action. These are my actions, and I will not default off of these actions because the woman that I want to become back then was a woman that meditated, that talked to God, that prayed, that loved and sends love to all over the earth and myself and my enemies, right? I want to be that woman. So how do I be that woman? Well, after my life blew up, I was like, I don't have anything else. I got to meditate. I got to create reality metaphysically because I have no things, no money, no car, no home. I had nothing. I had nothing. I was manifesting out of air. But guess what? Guess what, guys? Here I am today because I committed to a process. I was disciplined to that process. I didn't want to get up and do a walking meditation. After my life just blew up, I wanted to literally hide inside of my bed with the covers over my head and cry all day. That's literally all I wanted to do. Just hide. Just literally go run away. But, when you're raising a 12-year-old and, you have a career to build and a company to build and a message burning so deeply in your soul that you got to climb to the top of the mountain to shout it to the world, you don't let yourself just hide under the covers. And guys, I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad if you are that person, because I've been there, done that. I have hid under the covers. Okay. I have been there, done that. But I'm just saying that it's okay to feel things. It is okay to feel things, and you should. Don't push the feelings away. It's okay to feel what you feel. Just don't stay there. Don't let yourself stay there, because guess what, guys? Each and every one of you have magic that you were born with. You have magic that you were born with on the planet. You have a purpose and you have magic. And it's for you to hone your magic and present it to the world. God gave us strengths and talents and different things that we are supposed to express in this life. Beautiful things. So, guys, hone your magic. Realize that you are magic and express it into the world because you deserve it. The world deserves to see your magic, okay? The world deserves to see it. All right, let's talk about the pineal gland just a tad before I get off of here. So the pineal gland, and if you haven't read this, The Seed of the Soul, read that book. It's phenomenal. But the pineal gland regulates your melatonin and your circadian rhythm, okay? It's light sensitive. Your pineal gland should not see external light. At that point, you're probably dead, okay? So it's encompassed in darkness, although it contains photoreceptor cells, just like your eyes. Okay. And in darkness and in silence and deep meditation, you can activate DMT, okay, which creates states of spiritual enlightenment and insight. I mean, it's what happens when you take a psychedelic like shrooms or something, you know, you go there, you go there when DMT gets released from your pineal glands. So activating your pineal gland through meditation, how do you do this? Complete stillness, okay? Complete stillness and breath retention helps, okay? Darkness and sleep optimization, you have to have that, okay? You have to have that because if your sleep is off, your pineal gland is probably off. If your circadian rhythm is off, then you're just not balanced and optimized, okay? So you want to make sure that you're pretty optimized and that your sleep is solid, not only for pineal gland activation, but for your health, because sleep is probably one of the most important things for your health. So you need to make sure you're getting good sleep. And another thing that helps activate that DMT release is visualizing light going through your brows, right? Kind of like lighting and sparking up that center of your brain. Also, listening to frequencies like 432 hertz or 963 hertz also help to activate your pineal gland. And this is why ancient traditions emphasize meditation before sunrise and in the darkness. So you can activate your natural inner light technology, which is your pineal glands, okay? Which is your pineal glands. So guys, I mean, it's simple. It's really simple. Give yourself 8 to 10 minutes a day. 8 to 10 minutes a day, and just start doing one of these types of meditation that makes you feel good. Watch your whole life change. Mine did. I mean, I'm sitting here smiling, cracking jokes, going through a whole life debacle in a bad way. It's not great, you know, it's not great. But I am committed and disciplined into being the best that I can possibly be in every single moment of my life. And in order for me to do that, I need to have my meditation practices. I need to have my morning routines. I need to have my structure. So what are you guys doing in your life to create that stuff for yourself? Okay. What are you doing? And let me just give one little gem before I get out of here. Don't ever want something. Okay. Don't ever want something, because if you want something, that means you don't have it, okay? And we work at it as a polar attraction universe. So if you're wanting, you're pushing that away. You're pushing it away. No, you need to encompass, embody, and act as if it already is, and you already have that thing. So you don't want it, you are it, okay? You don't want that thing, you have that thing. All right? All right? Just thought process. Start reprogramming yourself. And a very easy way to do that, guys, is through meditation. Okay. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hey, listen, I just launched my Healing Circles tour, guys. My Healing Circles tour. We had an amazing time in Atlanta. Phenomenal event. These women and guys too, actually. It was such a healing experience. I mean, I went in with no expectation, but came out like, holy freaking crap. That was amazing. I mean, the changes that I saw within the people was incredible. It was incredible. We were teaching, I mean, I had a guest speaker, 2 guest speakers, actually. We taught how to regulate your nervous system. We did somatic movement, you know, we cleared energetic blocks. And guys, like, that event was so deep and inspiring and empowering and amazing that I knew that I had to take this thing on the road. So I'm going to a bunch of different cities. I'm capping my circles at 20 people each circle. I'm doing a morning and an afternoon one, and I'm capping at 20 per, because I want people to feel comfortable, authentic, transparent, not weird. You know, sometimes in big groups, you feel weird to share. No, I don't want that. I want people to feel like this is a safe space where we can just pour into each other. And that's exactly what we did in Atlanta. I want to be able to one-on-one with people, you know, speak to people directly. So I'm capping my circles at 20. All right. So everybody visit Elisabeth, spelled with S, Elisabeth, guys. S, not Z. ElisabethUnlimited.com. My website is finished. I'm so excited, guys. We've been working on my website for like 2 weeks and it's finally done. Elisabeth, spelled with an S, unlimited.com. Check it out because I have all my stuff on there. I have my tour on there. I have my mentoring program I'm about to launch. Super excited about that. I've been mentoring people basically for the past like 7 years. So I might as well just make a thingy out of it, which I've done. And guys, make sure you join my school group, okay? My school group is my tribe. And we just met today. We had a Q&A. It was beautiful. I got to share space with these beautiful light workers that are just out here loving on people and everybody and want to make a change. See, the beautiful thing about my tribe is the fact that we don't pedestalize things, right? It's not like, oh my God, it's Elisabeth. No, it's everybody. Everybody in my community helps everybody else. Everybody in my community wants to spread light, wants to spread positivity, and wants to help others. I mean, I watch it all day and it's like, yo, these people are commenting so much to help this person. It's not even me. I'm not even there. It's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful communities of people that I have ever been part of. And I can't believe it stemmed from me just creating a community. It's beautiful, guys. So visit my website, Elisabeth Unlimited, and a little thing will pop up and you can join my community there and you can share space with these other amazing, inspiring people of pure light, pure lights. Literally, there's no trolls. There's no negativity in it. It's all positivity. We do challenges. We're inside of a 21-day challenge. Light It Up Challenge. It's called the Light It Up Challenge. And each day I'm giving a prompt to do something different for yourself. For yourself. It's beautiful. Last week, I think we did a digital detox. You know, we kind of put down social media a little bit. Very powerful. The one before that, we did a sugar detox. Guys, powerful stuff. Because guess what? As humans, all we want is tribe, community, right? We want to find our people. We don't want to feel stupid talking about the things that we talk about, right? I mean, if you follow me, you probably are a little strange, okay? You're probably a black sheep of the family. Everyone probably called you a weirdo. They probably still do. They do to me. I don't care. It's all good. I'm not really worried about it. I think they're weird. So, you know, I mean, all we want to do is find our like-minded people. And I thank God for my tribe, for my community, because they're all like me, okay? All like me. I mean, full moon, doing rituals and stuff like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm studying Atlantis and Lemuria right now, and I can't wait to do an episode on that. Lemuria. Wow. The things that I'm discovering and finding out about this beautiful ancient civilization. Holy mother forking shirt balls. Like, really. Can't wait to share about it. Incredible history that we have, guys. Okay, I'm ranting now. I gotta go. I love you all. Thank you so much for tapping in. Oh, tomorrow on my YouTube channel, Elisabeth Unlimited. And if y'all aren't subscribed, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Elisabeth Unlimited. I'm releasing a podcast that I did with the beautiful Sarah Fontenot. And it was such an enlightening conversation. This woman is full of knowledge, wisdom. I mean, she is just boom, 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 boom. I mean, so impressive, man. That conversation was amazing. So check us out, you guys, tomorrow on my YouTube channel, 8 p.m. Eastern. Me and Sarah Fontenot. Amazing conversation. Okay, guys. Until next time, I hope you found some value in my meditation podcast. And apologies about the beginning and the technical difficulties, but we made it happen anyways. All right. I love you all. Peace, peace, peace. Until next time.